Hi, I'm Tamara Haynes. I'm here at Fall Paducah Quilt Week, and I am back with the daughter part of the mother-daughter duo. This is the third quilt that they have successfully entered into the contest. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So
I'm so excited.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have won second place with this quilt, Zenith. Yes. And we are in the Wall Quilts Modern category, and this is sponsored by Quilt Path by AQS. So let's dive right in. So let's start with the name, Zenith. So was there a particular peak or apex that inspired you?
No, there really wasn't. This quilt started with a color challenge that was issued by my local Modern Quilt Guild. And it's become a tradition for us to issue a challenge that has the Pantone color of the year, which this year was ultraviolet.
Right, and so point that out to us here.
Okay, so it is this color right in here.
Okay.
And it also has the color of Tiger Lily, which is the Kona color of the year. So we like to pair those.
And that's up here.
Yes, that's in here.
Okay.
And so I wanted to experiment with a way to make those work together without relying on a neutral to be the dominant color in the quilt.
And so you used a lot of different techniques here in your stitching. So this was pieced?
Yes, this was what I call semi-improvisationally pieced because I didn't really know where it was going to start with. But as I grew the quilt, I did use rulers to make sure that my pieces remained straight as I constructed.
Gotcha. And so then you came back, once it was constructed, you came back and machine quilted and then hand quilted as well. So tell us about this.
Yes, so for the machine quilting, it has a variety of thread weights. So the thinnest weight would be the 50 weight that a lot of the pink threads are in, for instance. But I also have a 40 weight, which I used for the yellow, and then 28 and even 12 weight, which is a pretty heavy thread, have been machine quilted. And then I took the 28 and 12 weight threads and did some hand quilting as well. And so the hand quilting has some straight lines, but it also has some little cross or plus stitches that go all the way through to the back. And they create a little chicken foot kind of mark on the back, which I think is kind of fun.
This little guy is cute while we're back here.
Yes, this is a Tula pink backing.
Love it, love it. And then you also have some French knots up here.
Yes, there are some French knots that are, and these are also quilted through, but on the back they just look like a dense straight stitch.
I see. So previously when we were visiting, you had talked about the CAD program that you use.
Yes.
Was that instrumental in helping develop this pattern as well?
This pattern, I didn't use it at all because I wanted to have a more organic process. So I put pieces of fabric up on my design wall and added to them, and most of the blocks grew similar in a manner to a log cabin. So I started with a central point and worked out. And sometimes I added evenly around a block, but more often I would add to one side several rows and then add to another side. So it doesn't have as much of a regimented look to it.
Gotcha. How do you decide as a quilter wanting to enter a contest?
Well, it's often a very difficult decision to decide which quilts to enter and where. I have 4 quilts in the show this time, and so one of my quilts could have very easily been considered a modern quilt, but I had appliqued, so I chose the applique category for that particular quilt. The quilt we talked about earlier, I felt like the piecing was really the star of that quilt, and so that more complex piecing led me to put it into a piecing category rather than the modern category. And the improvisational feel for this felt right to me for the modern category this time around.
Gotcha. So really what you want to feature, focus, the star of the quilt is where helps determine your category. Okay, well, good tips for entering. Well, thank you so much and congratulations again.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we look forward to seeing you at the next AQS Quilt Week.